Each generation passes the baton to the next. In this episode, we dive into recent student experiences, their achievements, and the obstacles they're navigating.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aya. I am a PhD student in the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department at UConn.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Atasek. I am a PhD student in the Biomedical Engineering Department at UConn. Well, being a UConn Muslim, I feel like it wouldn't be the same without this masjid. I feel like it's grown more and more, the feeling of, I belong here type feeling. Because I got more involved in the Muslim community. I went to a lot of the MSA events, the halakas, they're really nice. And I would ask a lot of questions. And then more recently, the start of grad MSA, which is to get more grad students involved.
Alhamdulillah, I think when I moved here from Massachusetts, I joined this community and I was just absolutely astounded by just how large the community was, how well connected the community was, and alhamdulillah, I'm very, very proud to have been able to join it and contribute.
My start into the MSA came a little bit earlier, alhamdulillah, and that I was aware that there was an MSA at UConn even when I was in high school. And even within high school itself, we were always talking about having a prayer room, and having a group of Muslims, and having sort of a club on campus. And subhanAllah, one day, two brothers walked the walk and they decided, okay, we're just gonna pray Dhuhr, because by the time we get home, it's gonna be us and we can't be missing Dhuhr. And so they took that initiative of praying in the basement. And subhanAllah, an administrator saw them, reported it to the principal. And because of that, literally the week right after, a prayer room was established. And within a few weeks, we were starting to pray Jummah there as well. And when I came to UConn, I was initially at the Hartford campus. I was involved there. I was the VP over there my sophomore year until I transferred to stores and I became involved in the stores board.
MSA is more than just events. It encourages students to grow in their faith and their futures. Together with the Islamic Center of UConn, it's where people find community, mentorship, and a sense of belonging.
Obviously, from the religious standpoint, that people are now in an Islamic environment. People are receiving some kind of an Islamic education while they're with us through our halaqat and through our different classes that we have. And also through their different career opportunities that they're able to connect with alumni, for example. They're able to attend resume workshops or career workshops where they're able to develop their professional goals. Part of that as well, a way for us to bring in the freshmen is obviously having a spot where they can come meet us. That would be the ICUC. Coming to the ICUC, the Islamic Center of UConn, and coming to this masjid that we have on campus, which is very rare on any college campus here in the United States. And so this is an advantage for us. This is a blessing for us to have this location, this central location where students can come meet and be surrounded by other Muslims, be surrounded by an Islamic environment. And this is a way for them to get involved. This is the same way that I became involved, and this is how Munib became involved, right? And this is where we establish the friendships, and this is where we establish the brotherhood amongst us. And we make our mark and by volunteering and by showing our worth to the community around us.
MSA is always growing and adapting to meet students where they are. One example is Grad MSA, a space created for graduate students to feel supported and connected within the broader Muslim community.
I was going to a lot of the events, but I wasn't seeing a lot of grad students. I would also come to some events, some other grad students would come to the events, but I was there's a whole lot more grad student Muslims that aren't participating as much in the events that we have here. And I know grad students have different needs than undergrad students. So I was oh, we should maybe have a grad representative to bring more grad students to the event.
Our vision or mission was to increase the engagement of graduate students into the Muslim community and make them feel that they are part of the community, that they can contribute. We wanted to create a platform where they have the opportunity to voice their opinions, like if they have suggestions, if they are struggling in ways that we are not aware of. We need like this collaborative effort into like enhancing or like making the Islamic community a better place for everyone, not only like grad student or undergrad.
Muslim students at UConn have faced real challenges, from Islamophobia to limited prayer spaces and food options. Advocacy hasn't been easy, and there's still more work to do. That's why it's essential for the student body to keep pushing forward and build a more inclusive campus for those who come after.
We've seen incidents where students are targeted. We've seen incidents where the entire community is targeted. And these events really make Muslims on campus feel unsafe.
A lot of the key issues that the MSA has advocated for in the past has been related to Islamophobia, tackling that on campus. And there has been a lot of advocacy for more halal food on campus because you have a growing Muslim community at the University of Connecticut. Ongoing discussions with the administration to have more prayer spaces. Muslims aren't just, going to be in the library or near the ICUC. You have a very big campus here at the University of Connecticut, and you have Muslims all over the campus studying all kinds of majors. The biggest challenge I see for Muslim students, not just at the University of Connecticut but across the country, is that Muslim students have to understand that they need to fight for their own rights. They need to advocate for their own rights in every way, shape, and form. The reason being is because if they don't do it today, nobody will do it tomorrow. They need to have the mindset that if they don't do it today, nobody's going to do it for them tomorrow. And if it's not them, then the question is who. And if you can't think of who, then it's on you to do it. And Muslim students at the University of Connecticut in the future have to build on the good that's been presented in the past, and also learn from the mistakes of the past. Same level of importance that's given to other student groups here at the University of Connecticut is not given to the Muslim students. And it's on the Muslim students, fortunately or unfortunately, to have to carry that flag and basically tell the University of Connecticut that this is something that the UConn Muslim students need to have to be able to be academically successful.
A special shout out to Mike White and his team for working closely with Muslim students on Ramadan accommodations, like planning for suhoor and iftar. And to the Dean of Students' Office for helping students to reschedule items when they conflict with Jummah, breaking fast, or Eid. Their support has truly made a difference. As in previous episodes, here's some parting wisdom from our interviewees.
I would say the environment is really what you make of it. And for a lot of students who are able to come to the ICUC and join this greater community, they're able to really integrate themselves into something that's bigger than them. They're able to join a community of people who want the same things, who have the same vision. And that is really something that helps them in their formative years.
Don't wait to get involved, right?
Yeah.
My advice for the young'uns is take initiative and make sure that what you're doing is going to unite the community, and that what you're going to do is going to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first and foremost, and that, al-barakah fi al-jama'ah, as we would say.
I'd say just show up to ICUC, right? Just go to the masjid. The guys here are pretty friendly. They'll take you and they'll have conversations with you and be open to those conversations, right? MSA is beyond the events. MSA is beyond the halaqat. It's beyond these banquets and iftars that we hold. MSA is the brotherhood that we have amongst ourselves. The brotherhood and the sisterhood, where you walk in and everyone says salam to you before you get a chance to say salam to anyone else, right? They dab you up, or you have a specific handshake for specific people, and it's just that's what the MSA is. And if you're coming with ideas, don't be shy about them. No one's gonna discredit your ideas simply because you're a freshman, right? We've all had those moments where, yeah, we might be a little less experienced, we might be new to the MSA, but ultimately it's always the new guys that come up with the ideas.
Yeah.
All the older guys, you know, we've already kind of seen everything that we want to see, and we're looking to you guys as a source of creativity.
Don't feel intimidated or like that you don't belong there, because everyone belong in the ICUC and MSA, the Muslim community. Everyone is friendly, like to help each other. You will definitely find your own group within this community.
Allah made you in this space right now for a reason. Like, you know, whether it's to help somebody out, whether it's to pursue a career that will benefit people in the future or will help you provide for your family. You meet the people that you see for a reason. Just remember that Allah is watching and that we don't live for this dunya, we live for the akhirah. So find that balance.